Hey, this is Matt. I just wanted to do a quick update. This is not that I have a lot of time to do updates on this blog, which you can see just because of the fact I haven't been updating it so much. But there's an interesting trend going on lately. So I'm a very low prudence person, which means I'm not always the most organized person, not always about structure, even though I love data, I love analytics. I was brought up as a CPA, so I do a lot of things to put structure around my creativeness and the way that I work to be able to compensate for who I am personally. And so anyways, I for years and years and years, I got introduced by two good friends of mine, Gene Kim and Dwayne Wanson, both from Tripwire days. I got introduced to the getting things done theory of organization and task management, and have looked at that quite a bit over the years from David Allen, and implemented it in a lot of ways and revisit it and constantly re-implementing it. And the one thing that always frustrated me was the fact that there were no good real digital tools to do it. And so I've looked at a lot of these to-do lists, task organization things, because Outlook always sucked at it. Apple actually always sucked at it. This reminders thing is interesting, but it's still not quite there. But so what's amazing to me is in the last year, this whole task management, team collaboration, to-do thing is starting to really take off. And I don't know why now all of a sudden everybody decides it's important to be organized and get your stuff done. Maybe because collaboration software is really hot and that's what it is. But I thought I would do a post. This is just kind of an intro post to some things that I'm thinking about. And one is that I've tried a lot of these softwares. So I've tried Omniture, or not Omniture, OmniFocus. Is actually what I've used for the last year and spent quite a bit of money on that, between that and the iPad app. And it's good, it's robust, but it doesn't share nicely with others, especially if you're not on a Mac. And it doesn't, it's got a lot of data. I guess it's something lacking in the user experience for me. And so it's really just about tasks. It's not about collaboration, which I didn't like. A while back I used Action Method, which I really like. Scott Bolesky and his crew building some really cool offline pieces that I've liked. The software, the problem with that is that they just didn't put any effort into updating it. It was a good visual, it was a good look and feel from the UI perspective, but it had a lot of gaps as far as just your ability to how you manage your tasks and all those types of things. There were some collaboration pieces in it, which I know they've recently posted that they're going to update, but had some gaps in that. And then I've tried a lot of other things like Things and just a lot of other productivity software, To-Do or Toodle-Do or whatever it's called. And lately I've been playing with Asana as a personal productivity, but it has some gaps too. And I want to write a post and kind of a review on what I think about that. The biggest one, by the way, is the fact that you can't invite outside people project by project to manage who you want to have access to what. And so there's some other minor tweaks that just I can't believe they can't fix, and it's not even on their roadmap supposedly. And then I've paid for Basecamp the last few months at work to be able to manage all these tasks. But when I was at DFrag a while back, I met the guys from SocialCast. Good guys. And they're building some cool things, and one of the things they're building is a product called strides.do. Just came out of beta, I think it is. And actually the reason I was avoiding it before is because they didn't have the ability on a project by project basis to add people. So I work with advisors and people on different tasks. I don't want to give them access to all of Telligence's projects. I want to give them access to the projects I'm working on with them and manage them specifically that way. And they didn't let me do that, but they actually just released a release that did that. But the reason I was inspired to do this is because there's a couple criteria. One is that I can add people on a project by project basis. Two is that it's in the cloud, so I can get it on any device. I don't have to sync things. It's not a local copy. I don't need that. And the third one is just the ability, and I need to figure out a way in a post to articulate this, the ability to manage your tasks, organize your tasks, see what you need to do every day. Because ultimately what you need is one list where you capture everything. You don't have to think about it. You can quickly prioritize what you're going to do that day, and you can focus. Because I can be all over the place sometimes, like this video, for example, because this wasn't on my to-do list. But the product that I just started trying yesterday, because it just came out of private beta yesterday, was Do.com from Salesforce. It was a result of their Many Moons acquisition a while back, and I'm actually really hopeful for this. So the interface is pretty intuitive, it's simple, it's got tasks, it's got projects, it allows you to manage people by project. The thing that really sets it apart for me is, one, the UI is great, but two, somebody finally figured out how to integrate Google Docs the right way. So in a task, you can just click on add an attachment, and if you give it permission to your Google Docs, you can just go connect it to a Google Doc. So I don't want it like Basecamp. I don't want to have a Google Docs instance where I have to paste links. That's just cumbersome and not functional. And I don't want to just attach files in there, because then I have to go find files, right? I want one place to store and house my files and connect my products to it. And so I'm really hopeful about Do.com. So anyways, this is a really almost 6-minute post, but I just wanted to kind of get that out there, that I'm going to start posting some things, some reviews of some products that I've used, because hopefully my experience and my curious nature will help you in figuring out how to get organized. So anyways, thanks.